Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. Where last we left the Quacko Packo, they finally arrived at Draconid Village after many intense encounters. They were introduced to the Draconid tribe elders, seemingly the only surviving members of their people. Joined by a dozen or so other trainers who must have been skilled enough to survive the trek this deep into Meteor Falls, they sit on elevated stone seats circled around a ceremonial stage where the four dragon trainers, Walker and his Skarmory, Tomatoma and her Altaria, Renza and his Colossian Gudra, and Jinga and his Tyrantrum, are about to begin the celebrations of the Millenium Festival. Four elders on the stage turn to face the northern wall of the enormous mountain chamber that houses Draconid Village. After an unnerving pause, Walker declares, "Behold, the mountain of the Draconids!" Tomatoma slams her jewel-adorned walking cane into the stage, her silver hair blowing upwards by the dramatic motion. As the cane impacts with the stage, the artistic geometric etchings that adorn the platform glow a fantastic emerald green. The green light dashes forward along the ground, following the etchings that have been carved into this crater for millennia. The lights dash up the northern wall and outline a particularly shaped section of the wall, featuring a pattern of carvings that resemble a fearsome dinosaur. After a moment, the lights fade. The entire village begins to rumble. The glowing green etchings fade out, and a significant piece of the northern wall begins to literally walk out of the perimeter. A mighty, gargantuan, tall as a Mauville City skyscraper, lumbering dinosaur steps out of the wall towards the stage in the center of town and unleashes a fearsome roar. Its body is the same ashy beige color as the rocks that comprise this entire dungeon. However, its body is covered with the signature geometric drawings of the Draconids, almost as if a rocky dinosaur was covered in tattoos. As it steps away from the perimeter, you can see from behind the wall it stepped out from is the outside of Meteor Falls, specifically a cliff that faces outwards towards the violent and rocky northwestern Hoenn Ocean, cast in the light of a full moon, with meteor showers sparkling like fireworks. Four comparatively miniature rock types rush to the side of the beast known as the Mountain. On his right, a familiar moon and sun-shaped Pokemon seen earlier, known as Lunatone and Solrock, respectively. On the Mountain's left side, a strange floating diamond-shaped carbuncle with rabbit-like ears, and a strange, short, rocky Pokemon with a large, rusty-colored nose that is facing backwards. I would like each of you to roll for initiative as the elders of the Draconid tribe. I have given Jacob the page for Walker and Titania the Skarmory. CJ is playing Jinga and his Tyrantrum. Grace is playing as Tomatoma and her unique dragon fairy Altaria. And Melissa is playing as Renza and his Colossian Gudra. You may roll for initiative.
Got a 9.
What
oh my
team?
god. Oh my god.
20.
Great. We have Walker. We have Tomatoma, or Tomato Ma, as discovered.
Yeah, Tomato Ma.
Tomato Ma.
We have Renza. We have the Mountain and friends. And then we have, last but not least, Jinga and Tyrantrum. Okay, Walker, Skarmory. You see before you one behemoth dinosaur covered in tribal tattoos that is made from the very rock that this town resides in, and four smaller Pokemon at its feet, two to its left, two to its right. What does Walker and Skarmory do?
I'm going to go for the tiny guys first.
All right. They are in a line in front of the mountain. You will not provoke any attacks of opportunity unless you try to go behind them or something. Okay. And so you may choose which one or several.
I'm just going to raw fly in and steel wing the guy that's not facing us.
With his back turned?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. You get advantage to hit, but because you are not Schmidt, you don't automatically crit.
Yes. It's a dirty 21 to hit.
Okay. What was that natural?
11.
Okay. Yeah, that will in fact hit. You're using Steel Wing.
Yep.
That is super
40,
effective.
40-12? That's broken.
Yeah, these are level 15 trainers in Pokemon. It's super effective.
Doubling the dice. Yeah.
Correct.
That is 61 points of steel type damage.
Great. Love it. And that attack comes with a bonus at certain thresholds, but you did not reach that threshold, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Walker up first, as the leader of the Draconid tribe, sends Titania the Skarmory charging forward, her uniquely tinted bluish wings slashing into the strange Pokemon that is not facing the combat. It is for some reason facing outside. Right into its back. Easy hit. And it just kind of puts its hands up at the side of its head and wobbles a little bit. Stabilizes. Continues. Facing backwards. A nice hit. It is now Tomotoma's turn.
Epic. I am first going to go for a Cotton Guard to boost my AC by 2 for 1 minute.
Love it. Tomotoma's Altaria is unique. It is exceedingly poofy. And it has a pinkish tinge to its color, and everyone in the grandstands witnesses as Tomotoma's Altaria gets even more fluffy. It just compounds and compounds its fluff, and it's basically just a beautiful pink cloud with a smiley blue beak. Here's its beak is white, smiley blue face, and that is Tomotoma's turn. Renza, what are you doing?
How close are the mountain and his friends?
We will say that the mountain is 40 feet out. At 35 feet out, and then we will say that his 4 smaller friends are 5 feet in front of him, so they are 30 feet.
So you would say that they are within a 20-foot circle of each other.
Not all of them, but the mountain plus 2, yes.
All right, we're going for a Draco Meteor.
Awesome, love it, sick attack. Do you choose to strike the right side of the mountain, which features Solrock and Lunatone, or do you choose to strike the left side of the mountain, which I will reveal just for clarity, for fun, features Carbink and Nosepass?
Is it the same Solrock and Lunatone that we saw before?
Cindy may roll a perception as a free action.
Okay. That's a 3.
Yeah, they are very far away. Cindy's squinting like, I've seen them before, but from where you're at, the stage is separating you, you just don't know. You can tell the shape, but you don't know anything else. Hardly tell the shape, honestly.
I guess we'll lean to the side with the Carbink and the Nosepass.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Am I still in melee range of the Nosepass?
We'll say no. We'll say that you were able to disengage here.
I was about to say that sounds real familiar.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Oh, I've seen this before.
You gave the option of the 2 sides, I'm like, she's gonna hit the side that
I didn't even know which side you were on.
We'll say
They did attack the Nosepass, so
okay, yeah. I think based on Skarmory's movement speed, they would be able to just barely get out of the way. If this happens again, I might have allies make dexterity checks.
Okay.
But yeah.
So they need to make a DC 17 dex check.
They sure do. The mountain makes a dexterity check. Passes. Carbink will not make a dexterity check because they are fairy type. Nosepass will make a dexterity check. They pass. Delightful. Everyone passes.
Okay, they still take half damage.
They sure do.
Okay.
Except for Carbink.
Takes no damage. Okay.
0 damage.
It's immune.
36 damage to the mountain and Nosepass.
Hey, that's pretty good for a past save.
It's a pretty sick move.
Palosian Gudra, belonging to Renza, unleashes a powerful draconic attack. From a hole in the ceiling in this crater village, falls from the sky purple glowing arcane meteors that pummel into the left side of the mountain. The meteors glance off of the mountain as if this creature has taken them before. It seems like it's familiar with this kind of power. It doesn't go off unscathed, but it does seem to shrug them off. One of them lands smack in the middle of the weird little carbuncle, and it just phases through its body and crashes into the ground, and it stares forward as if nothing happens. The Nosepass, who is facing backwards for some strange reason, takes a significant chunk of damage as it gets pummeled with a meteor, and it has to sidestep to realign its body to continue facing outside. Nicely done. It is now these Pokemon's turns, one at a time. First, the sun-like Pokemon closes, well, its eyes are already closed, but it focuses its closed eyes and it brings forth some sort of barrier. It places it in front of its friends and in front of the mountain. It seems like it is stretched very, very tall. You've all seen kind of barrier moves before, and they usually are like semi-transparent, semi-opaque, like they have some sort of strength to them. This one is stretched very thin. It seems like it won't be able to hold back a whole lot. Lunatone, right beside the Solrock, does a very similar thing. It creates a different wall of light that seems it has some sort of protective property. But again, it has to be so tall to fully cover the front of the mountain. It seems like it may not be particularly effective, but maybe, who knows? Our little friend here, the Carbink, looks towards the mountain, and it goes, and a little beam of pinkish energy flows towards the mountain, and the mountain seems to restore a little bit of health from that hit from the Draco Meteor. Then, Nosepass swings its body around to face the challengers, the elders of the Draconid village. I'm rolling the dice. Excellent. It looks directly at Titania, Walker's Skarmory, and locks its body in concert with every direction that Titania flies. That is all that it does. The mountain actually steps forward a little bit so that he's decisively at 30-foot range, and then all the other ones are at 25, so you got a little bit more wiggle room. And he just kind of flexes and stomps and roars, and the roar shakes the whole auditorium, and everyone's like, whoa, look at this thing. It's enormous. How did it get so big? Crazy. And it seems like it's preparing for an attack. That is all that it does. Now it is Jenga's turn.
Okay. Well, seeing that this big mountain is roaring, Jenga's Tyrantrum is going to leap forward, stare at the entire collection of his little friends, and return a nice hearty roar as an intimidation.
Love it. Very cool.
Okay, so that would be... How do I roll this? So intimidation, just roll it.
Yeah, normally it would be charisma. I have a dex in mind. All the minions have a dex, or not a dex. Sorry, a check, a save. They're DC. That's the word I'm thinking. I have a DC in mind. All the minions have one, and the mountain has one. One of those is going to be higher than the other. I'm not going to tell you which, but I think you can assume which one is going to be which. And then I would roll.
That is an 18.
As an 18? Yeah, very cool. Tyrantrum returns the favor, returns a monstrous, threatening roar from a dinosaur that is much, much, much smaller. Still large, but much smaller than this behemoth that is before them. All of the little minions are scared, and they immediately back up a little bit. They are going to not want to move forward to address Jenga's Tyrantrum at all for at least, I'm going to say, 2 turns. They're not going to want to move forward, and if they attack Tyrantrum, it'll be at disadvantage. The mountain, while not scared, loses focus, loses concentration, and whatever attack it was charging gets disrupted. Nicely done.
Let's go crowd control.
Very, very cool. Back to the top, it's Walker. Actually, hold on. I want to check in with the Quacko Packo. What are they doing? How are they reacting? What do you think?
Definitely cheered at the roar.
Yep.
Was definitely exciting. It's like, yes! Big dinosaur man, let's go!
Hell yeah.
Like to see that.
Cindy's probably sitting with Cookie and it's like, that's gonna be you one day. Like pointing at the Gudra.
Were we like notified beforehand that this mountain was a thing?
Nope, you had no idea.
Cause I think Schmidt's freaking the fuck out.
Hell yeah.
What is the first giant mountain?
He's like trying to evacuate everyone. It's like, guys, we gotta get out of here. Let's go.
He's just a normal guy. In a world where he should not be. It's like, what's going on? We're just like, whoa, cool, Pokemon are awesome. Yeah. So it's like, why?
Actually, I would like to double up on that. I'm curious, can I get an insight from Schmidt, actually?
An insight from Schmidt. Oh, fuck. Okay. That's a nat 1.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. To the rest of the Quacko Packo, this situation seems like it's crazy. It's insane, but like the elders made it happen. Like they're doing this on purpose. And like while the mountain is very, very threatening, it doesn't seem like evil. You know, it's just it's imposing, but it's covered in the markings that are signature of the Draconid tribe. So it's like it can't be that bad, right? Schmidt does not see this. Schmidt thinks this is an accident. Schmidt thinks that everyone is under attack, and so all the dozen other trainers that are like sitting in the grandstand, like watching this thing, they see Schmidt panicking. They're like, "What? It's fine." Very good. I love that.
Sometimes the dice just want to tell a story.
Yeah,
they're here to tell the story, dude.
That's perfect. Elodie?
I think as soon as Carbink came into view, I think that was Elodie's priority. She's like, what is that thing? It's so cute.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Who knows? Sam is at the very beginning, like before the ceremony even started, she'd pulled out her iconic notebook and she started like writing and sketching, and she's clearly very invested in that. But when Schmidt started freaking out, she took a moment to be like, hey, it's fine. This is okay. This is okay.
Why are you doodling right now?
She's like, I'm not doodling.
This is not the time to be doodling.
She realizes that she can't win, so she stops trying to justify herself and just tries to calm Schmidt down. Now let's jump back into initiative. Walker. Walker is not pulling a Schmidt. Walker is very in charge here. What is Walker doing?
I'm still staring down this thing with its stupid nose.
Yep.
That it was looking at me with, and I don't like it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna hit it with another steel wing.
Let's see it. This is not at an advantage. is fully aware of your presence.
Yeah, dirty 26.
That will connect. What's that natural?
Natural 16.
Okay.
It's not. If I proc anything, I'll tell you.
Okay, cool.
Do. Okay, 63 points of steel type damage.
Woo! Big hit. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Walker Skarmory charges right back in, slices directly into the schnoz of this poor little nose pass. He gets completely spun around, woo, like a top. And then he readjusts, regains his footing, and stays clearly focused on Skarmory.
I don't like him.
He's definitely looking at you funny, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't like how he's looking at me.
He's definitely locked on.
True.
He's like zoned in, man.
Yeah, he's in it. Because before this, he was just looking outside. He was just having a great time.
But now he's zeroed in.
Yep. Perfect. Good damage. All these lads seem pretty durable, but this one is definitely hurting the most. Toma.
Are the little fellas still in a line?
They are, actually.
Right, but it's like perpendicular to us.
Correct.
No.
No, yeah, you're kind of facing each other.
Right.
Yeah. Parallel. That's the word.
You're all
No.
Can I move? How long would it take me to move so that I am like sort of in line with them?
Your movement's 35, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do that and you could still move 10 feet.
Okay. Does that take my whole turn to move, or can I do a move then if I move in line with them?
Unless you want Altari to make a skill check, you get a move and an action.
Right.
Or a dash, which is a double move.
I always forget.
Yep.
Okay. I would like to move in line with the little fellas.
Okay.
And then I would like to hyper beam.
Hyper beam? What? That's
Yes.
crazy. Could you do me a favor and read the description of that attack?
Yes, of course. Well, first of all, it's a fairy type move.
What?
Pixelate, let's go.
Imagine.
Second of all, it unleashes a concentrated beam of energy in an 80 by 5 line, and all creatures caught inside must succeed on a dex save, taking fairy damage on a failure or half damage on a success, and then the user may take no action on the next turn, which is fine.
Yeah.
Fair and balanced. Roll it. Or actually, I roll it. Just kidding.
Yes, you have to roll the dex save.
What's the threshold?
17.
Okay. Soul Rock succeeds. Lunatone succeeds. Carbink fails. Nose Pass succeeds. Only Carbink.
Wow. Okay. And the mountain?
And that's...
The mountain is 5 feet behind them, and this is a 5 feet beam.
Right. That's fair.
So it
That's
might
fair.
scrape
Actually,
his
I'm curious,
belly a little bit.
You said they moved back from my roar.
Oh, you're right.
They're all in a line.
You're so right. God damn it.
Oh.
Yo!
You are right.
I'm just gaming out here.
No,
bro.
yeah.
What?
That's not unfair. You just caught me. I forgot something. Yes. The mountain, what was the threshold?
17.
Fails by 1.
Let's go!
And so the minions take neutral. The mountain takes super effective.
Right. Okay. Okay. This is so many things that I have to figure out right now. Yeah, I know, right? My theory about what the mountain is being confirmed. Oh goodness gracious. Okay. So let me do the mountain first. So that's just just do 3 different rolls.
I would just do the super effective roll and then cut it in half and then cut it in half.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah, divide by 4. Easy.
I was gonna do it the reverse way, just like roll normal damage, then roll super effective damage.
For even though the math goes out the same way, in my mind, like it's more fun and fair to do the max damage first. I don't know why.
I want to hear the big number.
Yeah. How many dice are you rolling for this, by the way?
So this is 20 d12s for the super effective damage.
20 d12. Let's go.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm literally throwing up right now.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm physically ill at these numbers.
Like bye.
The super effective roll was 134. So then I add plus 8 to that. So that's 142.
Great.
And then
that cut in half would be Carbink's damage. And then that cut in half would be everyone else's.
By 2. Okay. So Carbink is taking 71.
Wow.
And we round down, right?
We do, correct.
And then everybody else is taking 35.
Awesome.
I used a calculator.
Yeah, you
What's
had
the
to.
mountain? The mountain is the big boy. You think, like,
Correct.
100 something.
140 something, right?
Mm.
I already did the math.
142.
Yeah, 42.
Yeah, 142.
It checks out. Yeah, Tomatoma's Altaria. It's all fluffy and like a cloud. You can't even see it flap its wings. Everyone just sees basically just a cotton ball move into a position at the side of all these monsters all lined up, and it unleashes a devastating hyper beam, cackling with pink and purple and blue energy as it just rips through the bodies of each of these Pokemon. Astonishingly powerful, dealing an incredible amount of damage to the big bad. He completely stumbles. He falls onto one knee and then he picks himself back up. It seems like after this hit, the tattoos that line his body had a little glow to them, and then they settled back down. It pierces through each of the rock-type minions at his side, Carbink getting especially throttled. Nosepass seeming like it might pass out soon. And then the other two taking the hits pretty well, but not with joy. And let it be known that this circumvented the barrier that Solrock and Lunatone put up because it's horizontal facing forward. So it remains, but it didn't reduce the damage either.
I'm so gaming right now. I totally knew that was going to
gamer
happen.
maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely remember those barriers.
Yep.
Definitely.
1,000%. I knew you were god gaming.
Yeah.
I'll gas you up every time. Look at that maneuver.
Cumulative damage was like close to 400, right? That's a pretty good turn. That's pretty good.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's pretty okay.
Just a little bit.
It's a little bit fun.
Yeah. Renza, what are you doing?
How many friends can I hit in a 30-foot cone?
In a 30-foot cone, you could hit 3.
3. Gudra's gonna go for a sludge wave at the mountain, like kind of centered on the mountain, so it'll hit the mountain and whichever one's closest on each side.
Perfect.
So
I like that. Yeah, it's for most
Carbink
attacks.
and Lunatone.
Yeah, for most attacks, y'all could only hit 2 minions, but you could hit the 2 close to the center, or you could hit the pairs that are on either side. So I like this because, yeah, in this situation, this hits the mountain, Lunatone, and Carbink. Very cool. What's the save on that?
It's a con save of 18.
18
with advantage.
Oh, why does it have advantage?
Because I have disadvantage from my
from Draco Meteor.
Draco Meteor.
Correct.
So you have advantage on the DC 18 con save.
That's still insane.
That's still nuts.
You gave me the sheet.
I did, and I stand by it.
No, he's playing the audience right now, and everything's really shocking. Don't tell him that he doesn't know.
Okay. Rolling for Lunatone, advantage con save, gets a 1, and then gets a 13. Will fail. The mountain, advantage con save. The mountain has great con. It is a mountain.
It was a 13.
Yeah.
That's a fail by 5 or more.
Oh yeah, Lunatone failed by 5 or more.
He's poisoned.
Correct. Lunatone is poisoned. Oh no. The mountain thrives. It definitely passes. And then Carbink, with advantage, please. Nope, it fails. So the mountain passes, the other 2 fail. I have a couple things for you to keep in mind here.
The wall, the barrier.
The light screen. There was, in fact, a light screen set. It will have the damage for everyone from this attack.
Okay.
So we have to do some math right now. Also, this attack is super effective into Carbink. Wait, is it?
And
no.
Lunatone is poisoned.
I lied. Rockers is poison. I'm dumb. It's not. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to roll it, and then we'll go
Yeah,
from
we just
there.
need the numbers, and then we can make it happen.
Give numbers.
Yeah.
So it's 3d10 plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
14 plus 5, 19.
Okay. So, did you already have the die, or no? The dice, or no? Was that?
No,
Okay.
I just rolled it.
Oh, it was a 3, 2. Okay, yeah, so we'll cut that in half. So 19 divided by 2 is, with rounding down, is going to be 9, correct?
9. Yep.
Okay.
And then 4.
Because of the light screen. Yeah, the light screen did work. The mountain takes 4. Lunatone takes 4 and is poisoned. Carbink takes 9. Everyone sees Gudra, Renza's Gudra, unleash a torrent of sludge from its body. It wiggles and waves and splashes on the earth and crashes into the 3 Pokemon in the middle of the pack, being Lunatone, the mountain, and Carbink. Lunatone immediately suffers a condition. Its face gets all purple, and it seems like it's having a tough time. The mountain and Carbink both aren't thrilled, but they both shrug it off, and one of the barriers that was set up evaporates. It vanishes. It is gone. There's still one remaining, but it seems it has a different property than the other one. I wonder what that means. It is now everyone else's turn. Let's go. Very cool. I'll start with the mountain this time so I don't forget. He is evaluating the Pokemon that are close to him. So he will... he has a good amount of movement because he's very big. So he's going to step forward in front of the reflect and kneel his massive body down and chomp on Gudra. Give him a big old chomp. Just in his massive jaws, just nom nom. Let's see. That is a 32 to hit.
Does it hit?
It does hit.
That's crazy. That's definitely the highest.
No way, dude.
That was a non-crit also.
Yeah, but his movement speed is now 0 on his next turn.
No! Could it be Gooey?
Gudra is, in fact, gooey.
Gudra is so gooey.
I love this role that you've taken upon yourself, Rich, to be the surprise, like, third-party audience member.
Listen, I gotta...
It's got... I know it's like I shouldn't ignore it for the bit, but it's got me in absolute stitches.
That's great. No, you guys gotta know what the audience is thinking right now. That's what
right.
they're thinking.
What?
Yeah. Insane. So,
oh my god!
Despite the incredible roll to hit, the damage roll was pretty poor. Renza's Gudra takes 30 points of dark type damage. The mountain, as I said, kneels over, puts Gudra in its maw and chomps, and as it does so, Gudra excretes a gooey glue-like substance that covers Tyrantar's body, and it cannot move back towards the light screen, and furthermore, its mouth is like kind of glued shut the moment that Gudra escapes it. That's it's pretty nice. It just growls and roars with a closed mouth. It seems kind of frustrated. Nicely done. The other Mons. Let's see. Let's start with our friend with the nose pass. He's on his last legs. Doesn't have much energy left on him. He's been looking very intensely at Walker's Skarmory, and he unleashes a chaotic blast of electricity from his nose in a fierce, sparkling ball that no matter how much Skarmory tries to fly to dodge it, it will always connect. This is, in fact, a zap cannon. Let me roll the damage, because it is a sure hit thanks to the lock-on. That is resisted, I believe, actually, right? No, it's neutral. It's neutral.
Cannon?
You have...
That's resisted.
Is it resisted?
I don't have flying, and I have dragon.
What does it say at the bottom of your sheet? Because I think... Sometimes I just change types, and sometimes I give it Pokemon 3 types, and I gotta remember what I did for this one.
Sorry, I was drawing a picture of a mountain. I gotta pull the sheet back up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Resist, normal water, flying, psychic, bug, steel, grass. What?
I think it's 3 types. Because its only weakness should be ice, correct?
Vulnerable ice, yeah?
Okay, yeah, it's 3 types, so it's neutral damage. Tricky to calc, I'm glad I remember.
Wild. Okay.
Excellent. Dealing only 19 points of damage, and Walker's Skarmory will suffer paralysis. What does that mean? We haven't dealt with paralysis much. I'm asking this because have we ever had paralysis?
I think we have.
Yes, during the electric gym.
Oh, true.
I didn't experience
Cindy
paralysis.
was paralyzed like every turn and just like did well on the rolls to hit anyway.
Okay. It's not terrible in this game.
At the Weather Institute, didn't we deal with some paralysis?
Maybe. I don't know. Double checking for myself, but I'll read it out loud for the audience. For making saves based on strength or dex, they're at disadvantage. Moves at half movement speed, which is still 20-ish for Skarmory, so it's fine. And then when you begin your turn, roll a d4, and a result of a 1, you're incapacitated and restrained. So that is what we're looking at. I would wager that if Tomatoma was feeling so generous, they could use an action to roll a medicine check and cure paralysis. Anyways, the other Mons, great. Carbink, not feeling too hot, but it knows the goal. It knows what it must do. It fires off a healing pulse towards the mountain. The mountain restores some HP, an undisclosed amount. Certainly not back up to full after that hyper beam, but a little healthier. Lunatone, not feeling too great. Lunatone is going to... I don't know why it is, but it's going to try to attack with disadvantage into Tyrantrum, who it's very scared of. It's going to focus its eyes and try and fire off a little psychic blast with disadvantage. Oh, it gets a 19. Oh, it's disadvantage. It doesn't hit. Just kidding. Nothing happens. It focuses its eyes and looks at Tyrantrum, and then it realizes, oh my god, I'm so scared of that thing, and then it just can't do anything. Solrock will take this opportunity to restore the light screen, which the mountain is not behind currently, but the minions are. Great. That's all the minions. It is time for Jenga and Tyrantrum.
I think I'm gonna try to make a leaping brutal swing. God, how high are they actually? I'm not really sure.
You are in range. You can do that.
Okay. Well, I just out of curiosity, like how high up are like the minion guys?
Oh, they're
in
floating?
general?
Like, yeah, like they're floating. They have levitate, I guess, but
Yeah.
you're on the same relative level. They're not like above you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they were like, because the mountain's obviously massive, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
They were just vibing next to them. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go for a brutal swing mostly. Like it's in a 10 feet radius, so
Correct.
I don't know how many targets I hit, but I'm definitely leaning towards like the left side, towards like Soul Rock Lunatone.
You could either hit Lunatone in the mountain, or you could hit Soul Rock Lunatone.
I'll do Soul Rock Lunatone.
I like that decision.
So this is a dex save 17.
Okay, they are in front of the reflect, just so you know.
Yes.
Mountain is
of
not.
course.
Okay, Soul Rock fails,
Mhm.
and Lunatone fails. Incredible. And
They both failed.
They both failed, and as you know, this is super effective damage.
Right, so it's back to neutral.
Yeah, I guess so.
18 damage.
18 points of damage.
Mhm.
Nice. After the small amount of poison chip that Lunatone took on its last turn, it does get knocked out. Falls to the ground, and its eyes turn off. They kind of just go dark. Soul Rock's still standing. It's still doing okay. Well, I don't know about okay, but Soul Rock's still there, and it looks angry, and it still looks kind of scared of Tyrantrum. And one of the two barriers disappears. Very good. Back up to Walker
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this thing.
of Nosepass.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still looking at me funny.
Oh, actually, flavor-wise, after he fired off that blast, he turned back around. He's looking back
now
outside.
now he's turning his back to me?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't like
See,
this guy
that's
at
so
all.
disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful.
I don't like it.
The Steel Wing.
Okay, you got to roll a d4. Don't roll a 1.
I gotta roll a d4?
Yeah, you're paralyzed.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. I rolled a 3.
Okay, you're good. I'm not going to worry about movement. I think you were around there anyways.
It's a 19?
Yeah, that
Hit the armor class?
sure
Okay.
does. Breaks the armor class of Nosepass.
Okay. 40 points of damage.
Hey, that's pretty great. That's almost double what you needed to knock out Nosepass. I know that, I don't know if Walker or Schmidt or Walker Skarmory or if anyone in particular had a specific vendetta against this Nosepass, but I would like you to offer you to describe the KO if you'd like, because it seems like this guy's been...
How do I flavor a Steel Wing? I think he just kind of like it's kind of like the Steel Wing in the show, right? Where the wings just like glow white, and then he just kind of like ruthlessly just like runs through them and doesn't look back.
Hell yeah. Very cool. As it was an attack from behind, Nosepass's big old nose just plumps into the ground in front of it, and it's just face down. It's sticking up, like it's raised a little bit because its nose is so freaking big. So it's just like nose first into the ground with the rest of its body lifted, and it's knocked out. Nicely done.
And then it explodes.
Oh, hell yeah. It explodes, and all that remains is the nose sticking in the ground. Decimated. Is that canon? Sure. We'll say it's canon. It's just a Nosepass. This Nosepass was utterly destroyed.
And Skarmory is being the cool guy, not looking at the explosion.
Yeah. That's
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's how you flavor it, baby. 2 of the minions are down. Very good. Tomotomo, what are you doing? Did you already have your recharge turn? Is this your recharge turn?
This is my
Oh my
recharge
God.
turn.
That's
Sorry.
no. I mean,
Can't
that's.
do nothing.
I mean, you did just do like 400 points of damage. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm-
tail a
I'm-
break. You
I'm
guys
sorry,
got this.
Yeah, I'm sorry I just chunked them for way too much damage.
Yeah.
That I need to take a break for a turn.
Yeah.
Rip.
Sip a little tea.
hey, the way I see it is that the D&D turns are so long, it has to feel worth it, right? So I hope that Hyper
Totally.
Beam felt worth it.
It did. It
Okay.
definitely did.
Okay, good, cool. We're moving on then. Renzo, what are you doing? There is a 1 barrier up. Should note, but the mountain is in front of it because he cannot move. I think Gooey only lasts 1 turn, right? Or does it say the rest of the combat?
At the end of his next
Okay,
turn.
okay. At the end of this next turn, he'll be able to move. Got it.
Yes. Let's go for another sludge wave.
Okay,
This time not at disadvantage.
true. So Lunatone and Nosepass are knocked out. I don't think you can possibly hit each remaining Pokemon, but you can hit Solrock in the mountain, or you can hit the mountain and Carbink.
Let's do Soul Rock in the Mountain.
Okay.
So it's a DC 18 con save.
Solrock gets a natural 18. Way to go. The mountain gets a crazy high number. You don't want to know.
Oh,
So-
so they both
They both
pass.
save. Yeah, Solrock barely. The mountain, pretty comfortable.
So I'm gonna roll the 3d10 and then we'll have it.
Okay.
26. So it's
13.
yes.
However, the light screen is still up, so that will
Is
have
it?
it
'Cause I thought
again.
I broke it.
You did, but it was
when I did it
reset by
last time.
Solrock.
Oh, okay. So it gets halved again.
So
Let's go.
That goes down to 6 points poison type damage. The mountain completely shrugs off this second torrent of sludge. Doesn't care about it at all. Solrock takes it and just barely hanging on. A little bit of psychic energy left to let it float in the air. Hanging in there. Yeah. That's it. Before we see what these monsters do, they're getting whittled down for sure. One more check-in with the Paco. Anything changed for them? Still doing the same old?
I feel like just in awe.
Yeah.
Watching.
Yeah.
I think Schmidt has like moved on from like he's not trying to get people out of the venue anymore, but he's still like in his seat hyperventilating.
Got it. I do want. I actually do want a perception from Gimli.
19.
Yeah. Gimli notices that in like a crazy, weird, messed up potential future, that the mountain kind of looks like Bean. Like a little bit. They have some weird dino similarities.
Oh.
How's Elodie and Cindy doing?
Well, you already told us what it was when you said it took damage.
Oh, did I? Well, whatever.
I
didn't
just
remember.
figured I'd let you know.
Yeah. It's fine. My brain does that
I
sometimes.
noticed that.
Yeah. See, now it's verified. There we go.
Cindy's probably having a great time. Like, look at this damage. Look at this crazy power.
Yeah. Yeah. The attacks are very explosive. They're unlike anything that these trainers have seen before.
Yeah, Elodie is definitely like, whoa, at the huge fairy type hyper beam
Yeah.
that was spelled.
Hell yeah.
I'm really impressed.
The trainers that surround you, again, there's like a dozen of them. They are all like clapping and cheering and woo, and they're having a good time. There's some powerful Pokemon beside them. You can all look around and you see there is a Pokemon that you saw in Mauville City. It is a Flygon. It might not be the same one, but you recognize it. It's like a little salamander little thing, and it seems like it's having a great time. There's a trainer that has a Pokemon that Cindy will recognize as an Absol, but the rest of you may not. It's sitting there very calmly while its trainer cheers on. You see off in the distance a character who may be slightly familiar. There's a guy wearing pretty short shorts and a muscle shirt, and he is just standing and pumping his fists vertically into the air. He says, "Yes, amazing, power, pride, success," and he is just having a great time. And on either side of him are two long, blue, noodly little dragons, and they are dancing around, and they're swerving, and they're cheering, and they're going, woo, woo, and they're just having a whole area to themselves. No one really wants to sit with this guy because he's kind of taken up a lot of space with his volume and his dragons that are dancing beside him. There's some other trainers too, but those are the ones that stand out the most to you guys. And Sam is just enjoying and maybe still trying to comfort Schmidt a little bit, but she is also very engrossed in the experience. Anyways, I think that's enough anticipation for when I'm sure CJ was very ready to do something with Tyrantrum. So let's see what that is.
Let's see.
There's a Solrock. They're not doing too hot. There's a Carbink.
Right.
They're doing okay. And then there's the Mountain, who has taken a lot of damage.
I want the mountain to take more damage, though.
Hell yeah.
So we're going for the big bang, the head smash.
Ooh.
Right into the center of the mountain.
Ooh, right in the belly.
Gotta gun it.
Let's see it. Roll to hit that, baby.
Does a 22 hit?
It sure does.
Oh, we're smashing.
Let's see that damage. For clarity, this is neutral. Neutral damage.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Smashing. Let's see. That is 38 damage.
All right. Not terrible.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good hit as Jenga's Tyrantrum leaps forward with a roar, jumps in the air, and smashes its mighty maw. I guess its jaw is closed. It smashes its forehead into the mountain's chest or belly. And the mountain recoils a little bit and scratches its belly in like a very slow, lumbering giant fashion, and it looks down at Tyrantrum with anger. Very nicely done. 2 Pokemon are left. Our little friend, the Solrock, is going to eye down the Altaria, apparently. It's gonna fire off a little psychic blast with its face. It's gonna focus on Altaria. Tomotomo's Altaria is going to get a 9 to hit. That will not connect.
No, unfortunately not.
These little psychic type attacks from the cosmic rock types don't seem to be doing anything. The mountain will also turn its attention. It won't be able to move. What it can do is throw rocks. It will swing its right arm to throw a boulder towards Altaria. And they're going to make a strength save of 19 to avoid it. As this is a boulder. Sizable boulder.
Not just a rock. It's a boulder.
It's not a rock, it's a boulder.
Ooh.
So here's the thing. I got
think
a
that was
6.
reverse.
I'm sorry. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. I got a 6 though, so.
Unfortunately, Tomotomo's Otaria did in fact fail the save to not be crushed by a big old boulder, and ends up taking 70 points of rock type damage as it just gets demolished. It's just smashed with a big old rock.
Youch.
Yeah, not great.
70?
70 even. That was a better roll for sure. This thing's not messing around. It's a Titan. It's ready. Great. Now we're going up to Walker.
Yeah, no. Fourth verse, same as the first.
Hell yeah. Iconic Schmidt line.
I'm Seal Wing into... It's just the Soul Rock left of the minions, right?
Carbink is up as well.
Carbink is up as well? That
Yep.
Carbink's going to be a problem. I'm going for that Carbink.
Okay.
Am I still paralyzed?
You are. You have to roll a d4.
I got 2.
Nice.
It's a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit. Very
Okay.
good. Did they reflect? I don't remember. I should have been writing it down. I'm going to say no. If I forget, that's on me.
I got 3 1s.
Nice.
No. That's not nice, Richie.
No, that's great. What are you talking about? That's 3 1s. That's so good.
It's great for Carbink.
That's
Carbink's
38 total points of steel type damage.
That's not bad for 3 1s. That's pretty good. Yeah, Walker's paralyzed Skarmory doesn't let the paralysis get it down. It can't fly as fast or as far, but it still is quite threatening to these rock types. It fires off a steel wing, slashes into Carbink, and it's still hanging on with a little bit of energy, but it looks a little sad. Its ears are a little droopy. It's not doing great. All right, Tomotomo, you're back. You can do something. What are you going to do?
It's true. I am back. I have capability of doing things.
Yes.
Is Skarmory still paralyzed?
True. I don't know why that true is a weird word to say there.
True.
But true.
Good question.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this turn to attempt to use medicine to heal that paralysis.
Wonderful. Let's get a DC 50. No, what? Yeah. You're not Elodie, so I'm not going to give you a crazy Elodie thing. I'm going to say it's DC
Right.
13. DC 13.
Okay. Medicine is wisdom?
Should be.
Well, I got a 5.
Nice.
So, unfortunately.
Great. Just for fun, just for flavor, I will say that Tomotomo's Otaria sees its fellow flying friend not having a great time. Lets out a little song of healing. It flows towards Titania's direction. Does not heal the paralysis, but does, in fact, heal 2 hit points. Very good.
Yeah, 2 hit points!
A
Let's
little
go.
bit.
2 hit points. Let's go.
2 hit points. It's pretty good. Nice. That's Altaria's turn. Very different from the other one that it did. But it happens. Renza, what are you going to do? Both Solrock and Carbink seem to not have a lot of health left. The mountain has some.
How many can I hit in a 20-foot circle?
You could hit 2 of them, but it can't be both minions. They're too spread out.
Yes. Okay. Let's do the mountain and Soul Rock, because if I do Draco Meteor on Carbink, it's not going to take damage. So,
Great call. Very astute.
learning from our mistakes.
That's what it's all about, baby. Yeah, they're going to make their dexterity saves, correct? Dex?
Yes.
Okay. Soul Rock.
DC 17.
It's a natural 1. That is essentially a crit. The mountain fails. Gets a 7. They are taking full damage. I know for sure. I mean, you're just rolling damage. Doesn't matter. We'll see. But Soul Rock, it will be knocked out here.
49 plus 9.
Wow. That's going to be a good old 56 points of... No? 58. Math?
Yes.
58 points of dragon type damage as more meteors fall from the sky, pummel into these Pokemon. Solrock just immediately just falls to the ground. Like before the meteor even connects with its body, it just gives up. It's like, no, I'm done. I'm out of here. And the mountain takes a hearty chunk, more than it wanted to. It buckles into its shoulder, and the mountain kind of fumbles a little bit. It seems like it's not thrilled at the moment, but it's still hanging in there. There are 2 Pokemon left. The mountain, a big old dino. That's not 2 separate characters. That's 1 character. The mountain and Carbink. It is their turn. Crazy. Not much is going to go on here. Carbink is going to use the last of its ability that it thinks it has to administer 1 more little heal. Hopefully it's significant. It's fine. It's fine. It's a little heal for the mountain.
I'll be disappointed.
The mountain will identify an opportunity to swing its very long tail, attempting to hit everyone, because I think it can. If its tail is approximately 40 feet, everyone should be in range of it. So I'm going to request that everyone make a... Just kidding, it's a roll to hit. That's so weird. How does that work? Oh, I guess it's just one roll for everyone. Sometimes I look at my own game, I'm like, what am I doing? But no, this makes sense. I knew what I was doing when I did this. So against your armor class, it rolls an 8. So I think everyone is able to dodge it.
Augers.
Very.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was a natural roll. I'm goofy. No, with the bonus to hit, that's a 19.
Damn.
No,
That does hit.
That does hit.
Meats? Meats favors.
The attacker.
Damn, okay.
That does not hit me.
Ooh. What is
Bro?
it? Ow. What's your armor class?
20.
Really?
Hello?
Cool. Hell yeah. I didn't realize
Auger.
I didn't realize I did that.
Oh, no. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong stat.
Okay.
It's 17 now. That hits.
Okay. I
I was like, weren't you complaining that you had no survivability before?
20 armor classes. Bonkers.
I have not slept since like 10 p.m. last night.
That's
so
that's fair. That's fair.
Understandable.
That's fair.
Okay.
You get a pace.
Let me roll the damage. This is... I don't know if you guys read the Discord discussion sometimes, but I just have attacks. They're not always like real attacks. So I'm describing this as a rock type move. Do with that what you will. That information. I don't... Well, okay. I guess we should talk about it. I think that means that everyone takes neutral damage, right? Does rock?
Yes.
No, rock does not resist rock.
That's correct.
Yeah, that makes it easy. See, by planning, I can be smart sometimes.
You're so smart.
I'm so smart.
You're smart.
Oh, a tragic roll. Oh God, the mountain.
Let's go.
22
hear it.
points of damage. 22.
Poggers.
That's so low.
Auger.
That's
Yum,
so
yum, yum,
low.
yum, yum,
That's
yum.
crazy.
I'll take that up. Yum 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 yum.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's their turn. The mountain's looking a little discouraged, but it's grateful that it has its carbink friend to help it stay healthy. However, it may not for long. What is Jenga doing?
I'm killing the carbink.
No, don't do
it. No friendship for you.
What's the plan?
Giga
That's-
We're obliterating this carbink.
I almost spit out my
That's-
water. I didn't
Is
accept that.
Is that a normal Giga Impact or is that a...
It is, but I'm doing it for the flare. It's probably not worth it. It's
Okay.
definitely better to hit smash it.
That's
No, this is
resistant.
great. Yeah, let's. It's resistant.
Oh, I know it's resistant. Oh, I'm fully
Okay.
aware it's
Yeah.
resistant. I'm not.
okay.
No, this is
It's,
delightful.
it's for the memes, dog.
Yeah. Let's.
For the fans.
Uh-oh. Does a 15 hit?
It does not. Harbink's pretty
That's a shame.
hardy.
Yeah. Yeah, we only rolled a 6. That was kind of bad.
Tyrantrum, what are you doing?
Tyrantrum's kind
Yeah.
of throwing my
Yeah.
meme
It
here.
was a little unfortunate. Yeah. Tyrantrum charges forward with the full force of its body, just it was trying to just absolutely obliterate this little carbink guy, and he just kind of whiffs. Just
Yeah.
Oh, you know what happens? As he's charging forward, he trips on the last remaining body part of Nosepass, the nose stuck in the ground.
The nose!
The nose.
He got his revenge.
Oh, the nose,
The
nose.
schnoz.
Yes,
It was all part of this nose's plan. He locked onto that trip.
it's true. Yeah, Nosepass knew what he was doing. So Tyrantrum manages to dislodge Nosepass's forgotten nose, and it flies off outside over the cliff into the moonlight, heading due north into the sky forever.
Nosepass
Beautiful
flying
image.
off again.
It's gone. Great little thing.
Can't wait to encounter that later.
Yeah, when the nose comes back.
Whoa. Oh, to your left, you see a corpse of a nose pass.
It's gonna have attached itself to another nose pass, and it's gonna be a nose pass with two noses.
Yo, the double
my God.
nose.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be on like opposite sides of its body, and it's gonna try to point north all the time, and it's just gonna be spinning.
Oh, that's
Bro.
like a unlimited power machine. That's like it just is constantly
Slow
swinging.
motion machine, yeah.
Yeah.
We just solved the world's energy crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We solved the world.
Okay. Anyways, yes, unfortunate for Jenga. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Walker.
Okay. The carbink is still here.
Yes.
Correct.
Why would I do anything else?
Eliminate it.
Yes. Murder him. Do it.
I gotta roll a d4. I got a 1. I ain't doing
No.
shit.
Oh.
Topping your Mortal, the true embodiment of evil.
Another shot from the grave, just the moment that Titania saw the nose fly off, it winced as it remembered its truest enemy, Nose Pass, and it just couldn't summon forth any energy. Very unfortunate.
The real villain of this.
Yeah, Nose Pass, the big boss of Team NRG, apparently. Toma,
Rude.
what are you doing?
Okay, I want to get off one of these healing lunar songs.
Ooh,
This goes crazy.
ooh.
Do I have to roll to hit if I'm healing?
No, it's like hit me, please.
Right. Hit me, please.
If,
and this does work on myself, right?
correct. I would like to say, just for the future, if someone is being moved by a hostile target, then you do have to roll to hit a heal. But if you can just access them, then it just happens.
Alrighty, then I will roll. It's the same roll
It's the
as
same
the
formula.
damage,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. I will roll the 2d10 plus 8 if I can find my d10s. I found them. I got, I'm going to heal 20 points of my HP here, and then next time I use this move, I will roll 3d10. This is crazy.
Who did you heal? Who did you target?
Myself.
Ah, I understood. Tomotomo's Otaria just sings a little song to itself. The cadence of the song sounds like it is eager to be repeated. I wonder what may happen in that circumstance. Renza, what are you doing? You are doing whatever it is with disadvantage because you just meteored.
Yes. Who's left?
Carbink
in the mountain.
Carbink in the mountain.
Neat. Okay, let's go with a sludge wave.
We love sludge wave.
Hit both of them.
Yeah, great move. Great move. They're making a con save. Carbink rolls
With advantage. DC 18 con save.
Carbink gets a 16, so taking full damage. The mountain passes. His con is atrocious.
I figured, but still takes damage.
True.
So I'm gonna roll the 3d10. Wow, 2 1s. Jesus.
Oh no.
Okay. What, 7 plus 9?
16.
No, sorry, 7 plus 5.
12. So
that's the full damage.
12 full damage? You know what?
Yeah.
Does KO Carbink. Congratulations. KO'd by 1
Great.
point. Very good. Carbink. Eyes go all loopy and it falls into the ground. It just looks like a little geode with bunny ears taking a nap. The mountain shrugs it off. Doesn't even care. Thinks that you're silly for even trying. How dare you? If I had to guess where the mountain's HP at, it would probably be about half. However, that being said, all the minions are defeated. The mountain versus the world. Speaking of, it's the mountain's turn. The mountain is going to roar at the fact that all of its friends have been defeated, and it will channel an attack. It is now Jinga's turn.
He's channeling.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. How do I disrupt this channel? I mean, I could hit him hard, but I don't think it will stop the focus. Let's see. Unless I use it purposely to stop the focus. Okay. This is stupid. I'm gonna try to head smash into his legs to see if I can make him fall over.
Ooh. Okay.
Or at least topple him a bit. It's gonna take him a lot.
I'm willing to let you sacrifice your damage to just make a check.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, and then he would be made prone and would probably cancel his attack. He's he's massive, so I'm gonna give you DC 17. Okay. It's gonna be pretty hard, but it's possible. 17 strength.
I crit.
You crit it? Oh no! That's insane.
That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Jinga notices the mountain charging up this incredible attack. He knows what he must do. He sends forth Tyrantrum and charges directly into his leg, directly into the mountain's leg, and with an impressive critical hit, the mountain completely falls over, falls prone, stops channeling, and because you crit, I will let you roll regular damage.
Oh, that is 35 damage.
35, nice. We take that. The mountain is humiliated currently. He is prone. That means he must take an action to get up or his full movement. And it also means that melee attacks have advantage to hit, and ranged attacks actually, well, he's huge. For a normal sized creature, I would say ranged attacks have disadvantage. I would say here they're fine. They will hit. Way too big. Now it is Walker's turn. Just a mountain on the ground.
It's just the mountain. Everyone else is dead.
Just the mountain.
Yep.
All my friends are dead. Steel wing the mountain.
Steel wing the mountain.
Oh, I'm still paralyzed. Not steel winging the mountain.
Oh no, not again.
Let's go.
I want you to do something. I think because he's prone, I think it's fine. Just
I am too tired to process anything, so if I don't do anything, I'm fine. Dude.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Unfortunately, Charmer is yet again fully paralyzed. So sad. But
it's at the flavor of like during this entire time. It's not like the paralysis effect. He's just like staring down that nose, like the direction it went off.
Ooh, yes, I love that. That's great. Skarmory is too distracted by its arch nemesis Nosepas's nose flying northwards into the night sky under the moon to consider attacking the mountain, even though it just fell over and shook the whole arena. Toma, what are you doing?
I am going to sing a sweet, sweet lunar song to this giant mountain
Let's do it.
friend.
Hear it.
I think it has to make a check.
Oh,
and I am really good.
True.
I don't know what.
It doesn't say.
Did we? No.
What's the number in the power section?
18.
That's the save. And it will say it's charisma.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think last time we decided it was charisma.
That's really high. Mountain's not particularly charismatic, so
It's a mountain, so
yeah, you get 16.
It is
Fails.
a whole mountain.
3d10s.
This is also super effective, is it not?
Yes, that's 60 tens.
To clarify, it was not 60 tens, it was 6
Yeah.
Just for the
600
sake of
damage.
Let's go.
communication. Let's go.
I am rolling moderately well.
It sounded disappointment at first.
Yeah.
It was like I saw the 9 and I got excited, and then I saw the other two were a 3 and a 4, and I was like, okay, actually
It's
that
fine.
wasn't that exciting. I got a 45.
45. Good damage. The mountain has health. Not doing great. Wishes it had more health. He rides on the ground as he hears a beautiful melody. He's just roaring, and it rumbles the whole arena. It is there's a lot of noise happening right now, we will say. It's quite noisy. Great. Renzo, what are you doing?
If it was a Xenoblade boss, it would proc enrage it at 50%.
Okay, great. Yeah, this thing is now enraged. It does quadruple damage. Nice.
Yep.
Let's go for a muddy water. I
Ooh.
don't have disadvantage.
Ooh.
Let's roll to hit. Does a 20 hit?
Is it natural 20? No, it's a dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20.
It does in fact hit, and I will not penalize you because it's prone, because this thing is so big. It will for sure hit.
Okay. 3d10 plus 5. It's a water move. I don't know if that means anything.
It does. It is super effective. But you still roll normally to hit.
And then we double it. 44 plus 5.
49. Good hit.
Yeah.
Renza's Gudra shoots out a torrent of gross, muddy, sandy, sediment-filled water. It crashes over the mountain's body, and he continues to writhe and roar. He's so embarrassed. Something so large falling to the ground due to the likes of Tyrantrum is just so embarrassing. His cheeks get a little rosy, and he's just, rolling around, very upset. It is now his turn. The mountain stands up. It's great. What a exciting turn for the mountain. Okay, Walker.
Ooh.
No, sorry, Jinga.
Yeah.
Knock him over again.
Yes. I have one more head smash. We're gonna knock him back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, are you going for the knockover or are you going for damage?
Knockover.
Okay. Yeah, do DC
I want the
17.
stinging damage of shame.
DC 17 strength check.
19.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
No! He just got up. This is so
Yeah.
sad. The mountain.
Get knocked down. Get up
He
again.
doesn't get over it. He doesn't get up again. This is terrible.
I know. Just to
That's
knock
the
him
last
back down
hit.
again.
Oh man.
Text image.
That's so sad. The mountain falls back over, crashes to the ground, and the crowd goes wild. They're like, "This Tyrantrum, this is crazy." Everyone's popping off, dude. And Tyrantrum is so humiliated. It's ready to crawl back into the wall, but it has some more HP left, so it's going to let the elders take care of it. Walker, what are you doing?
The only move I have that's super effective.
See it.
I got a 4. I can do a thing.
Yeah. You get advantage to hit because he is on the ground.
That's a dirty 21.
That will in fact hit. Roll your damage.
Alrighty. 77 points of steel type damage.
Whoa, 77.
That's a lot.
That's an over KO by 22 points.
that's cool. This extra experience for these characters who don't play is really awesome.
Yeah, Walker levels up right now. It's crazy.
That's so crazy. Welcome to level 16.
That made me snort so hard.
Hell yeah. Do you have any flavor for KOing the mountain?
The exact same as the nose pass. He flies through it, and then the mountain explodes behind him.
Okay, unfortunately for canon reasons, I can't.
Can he put on sunglasses too?
Yes.
There can be an explosion. That's fine, but I can't
actually
let the mountain explode.
Oh no. It's like explosion happens, and then it like rocks the whole like area, and then one of Cabbage's sunglasses like flies off. And then flies all the way across the arena. Gets hit by like 5 different rocks on the way, and then lands on Scarberry.
They're like 80 feet away, dude.
And then it like just slides down on top of Scarberry's face, like the deal with it. And then Snoop Dogg starts playing, and it's like da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.
Can it happen?
Yes.
You gave him the will to do that.
You asked me.
Yeah. Something like that happens is what I'll say, and I will not describe any further.
That's what it looked like to Schmidt specifically.
Yes. Yeah. It was.
And no one else saw that, but he was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Snoopity D.
That was pretty awesome.
That's crazy that Snoop Dogg came out in the middle of
You gotta get that concussion checked out again, my guy. It's anyways, there is in fact a steel wing. There is in fact an explosion of sorts, just of energy, and the mountain is defeated. Congratulations. The elders all give it a gracious bow. They bow to the mountain, and Tomatoma's Altaria continues to sing, and Tomatoma runs her hands over the body of the mountain. And the mountain gets enough energy to stand up, and it looks at its peers, at the elders, and it sinks its body back into the hole in the wall where it came out of. And it seems like as it does so, the tattoos on its body glow for a second as they realign with the etchings in the wall, and it becomes still again, stops breathing, and it is once again a part of the cavern. Everyone cheers, everyone claps. What a fantastic display. What a great way to start the ceremony. And it is at that moment that the elders walk back to the stage. And they say, "Travelers, trainers who came here from afar," this is Walker speaking, by the way, "we are so delighted that you are here to join us for what is potentially the last Millenium Festival. We hope that you enjoy partaking in our culture, have friendly battles amongst yourselves, and please, we invite you to feast with us and drink with us and chat with us, and we will impart with you our knowledge of the world, and hopefully we can all work together to make this world a better, safer, happier place for everyone, not just Hoenn." And they all like take a little bow, and everyone's like, "Woo, yeah, woo." They're all having a great old time, and Tomatoma sends Altaria into a quarters, into a little building, a little house, and Altaria comes out holding a very big basket full of steaming goods. Renza and Jinga instruct their Dragon-type Pokemon over to grab large barrels that seem to be kegs of some sort. Everyone is gathering for a feast. Does the party want to do anything in particular at this feast?
Feast.
Food time?
Feast.
Food
Yes.
time? Okay.
Food
Guy
time.
we saved
Yeah.
okay, or is he still resting?
Do you want to check in with the guy you saved?
At least Cindy does.
Okay.
I think Elodie does too.
Okay.
Oh. Schmidt's gonna anxiety eat.
Anxiety eats. Very good. Very good.
Like Schmidt's gonna eat more
feast in
than
celebration.
yeah, Schmidt's gonna eat like more than you've ever seen Schmidt eat before.
Wow.
I'm gonna unintentionally compete with Schmidt on the amount that he's eating.
Schmidt's eating to like calm himself down, and Gimli's like, "Oh, I can't let him outdo me."
We're wasted.
Ooh, that's
All right.
great. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, there's all this food laid out on tables. There's a variety of stuff. There's like roast meat. There's a whole bunch of vegetables. They seem to have come from potentially a garden that is constructed behind the elders' residence here. There is ale. There's, of course, just regular drinking water. Of course, Cindy. And trainers are gathering. They're all having a good time. Tomatoma is teaching some trainers how to do a ceremonial dance. It's very interesting. like a really good little thing. She's surprisingly spry for being an old lady. She does have to use her cane every now and then, and you all notice that her cane has quite the adornments of jewels and gems, and at the top of it, there is one singular, very intriguing looking gem. So Cindy and Elodie want to go check in with the friend that they saved earlier, correct? That is the thing?
Yeah.
So Cindy, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say I don't think I like that one moment.
It's fine. It's not.
I think that was a we just split the party one moment.
No, this is. I'm not going to confirm or deny, but don't worry about it. Cindy, it's a party. You're fine. Cindy and Elodie go to the place where they left the poor person with the Xatu who they saved from the Galvantula and the Joltik, and they go into the little medicinal chamber. What do you call like a makeshift medic area? There's a word for it.
Apothecary.
Apothecary? That's pretty sick.
That's not the right word. That's
I like that
off the top of
though.
my head.
Sure, we'll just call it. We'll just call it that. The Draconid Apothecary. Elodie and Cindy go in to check, and there they see a man. He's conscious. He is the man that they saved from the Joltik and the Galvantula, and there's a Xatu who's just peering at you as you walked in. It's almost as if it could tell you were coming. The man like sits up and he waves. And he makes some speech that you do not recognize. He talks a little bit, and it looks like a greeting of some sort, but it's in a language that you do not understand. But he is looking at you and waiting for a response.
No hablo, whatever you speak, my guy.
Hey,
I'm gonna look at Xatu.
yeah.
Be like, Xatu, can you translate?
Do you have key lime on you?
Yeah, I'll take Keelan. Actually, Keelan probably was still out.
Yeah, I'll believe it. Xatu interfaces with Keylime, and Keylime interfaces with you. Keylime is not quite intelligent enough, quite not powerful enough to give you complete constructed words and like phrases, but the message is conveyed into Elodie's brain of greetings and gratitude.
I'm gonna wave and give a thumbs up.
Hell yeah. The strange man does the same. He gestures to his chest, he puts his hand on his chest, and he says, Zavo, as if he is telling you his name.
I'm gonna gesture to myself and say Elodie. And
Cindy's gonna stick her hands up, like both hands in the air. Cindy!
Hell yeah. Yeah, he gives you a little nod. He is very grateful that you've done such a kind thing. He puts up his finger as if to say, like, just a moment, and he like reaches into his bag and he holds out his hand and he is offering something to the two of you. It is an assortment of individual little bottles. They have a strange language on them that you do not recognize, but they all have different colored labels. There are 6 of them.
Cool. Does he appear to be offering all of them to us?
Do you interface with Curlia?
Yes.
The answer is yes. He's giving you a gift.
Oh, I will take them to look at with the rest of the party later.
Great.
Ask Sam.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, appear grateful. I don't know how
Sure.
to do that.
Yeah, no, it works.
Sign language, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, he does that. He gives you a nod and he kind of gestures to, well, he pulls up his shirt a little bit to reveal his belly, his ribs, and there's like a big old wound there. It's kind of gross.
I'm going to cover Cindy's eye.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. And he, this one's a little more complicated. Have Curly make an intelligence check.
Okay. I got a 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, there's a message that Xatu gives to Curlia, and Curlia is not quite powerful enough to really tell you what it is, but you just get the sensation of gratitude in your brain. That's kind of what you're picking up right now. No more specifics than that. And he looks kind of tired, and he's just like, hello and thank you. And it's the vibe that you get. You can't really talk to him, but you have 6 glass bottles, I should specify, and they're short and stout. They're like 2 inches tall. There's liquid in them. There's not much, and there's a cap. And each one has a different colored label. They are the colors of the rainbow.
Hey, shots.
Shot. I'd take one and chug it. No, just kidding.
Oh, Elodie on that drunk arc.
Oh no.
I mean, there's now alcohol flowing, so Elodie drunk art can continue.
Oh god.
I honestly, now just remembering Elodie drunk arc, I don't know if Elodie is going to participate in drinking right now.
That's fair. Yeah.
I think Cindy's gonna try to sneak some alcohol.
Oh. Boy.
Oh.
Well,
It's gonna be a dangerous
You
game.
can try. I'm gonna go full dad on you.
well, Well, at the moment,
No.
the party is split up for now. And as they're exiting this conversation with Zavo, two characters, right as maybe Cindy's thinking to herself about sneaking alcohol, two elders stroll into this room because this seems to be somewhat of a common area domicile. Maybe they're looking for something, or they stroll in. It's Toma and Renza. However, we'll get back to that because I need Schmidt and Gimli to make con saves.
Well,
You guys are eating and drinking.
Competitively.
Yeah, competitively.
Okay. It's not like
22.
the food is poisoned.
No.
I forgot we have modifiers and shit. Also 22.
Wow, look at you guys.
I
Connect, baby.
I was a crit, by the way.
That was a crit. Nice. Schmidt is very stressed out. He is a critical amount of stressed out that he is able to just scarf. He's a tall, slender dude, but like, well, there's a couple things here. One, he's anxiety eating. Two, this is like really good. No one's ever had anything like this. The key dish that people seem to be going crazy about are like essentially just bread loaves that are stuffed with meat and vegetables and a sauce. They're just like, like as if a sandwich was like kind of like a soup, kind of, or like a stew or of some sort. It's great. It's got a nice spice to it. It's savory. It's refreshing. There's a lot of vegetables. It tastes very hearty. And people are just scarfing them. There's a few trainers that are like dancing. They're practicing the dance that Toma taught them. And this is a moment where I do need to check. Is Jessica out and about?
Sure, yeah, we'll do it.
Okay. Well, like, are you... Yeah, I didn't say you have to do it. I just want to know if Jessica's a present.
She's out and about, and she's going to eat one of the sandwiches.
We're doing the thing? You want to do the thing?
We're doing the thing.
Okay, yeah. Jessica can't help but copy the dance that Toma was teaching, and Jessica seems to be getting really into it. Schmidt feeds Jessica a piece of the Draconid village signature dish, and Jessica begins to change form. Jessica glows a brilliant color and comes out on the other side, a new creature. She is completely changed. Her baggy pants transform to slender, fearsome legs with sharp claws. Her outfit, her snapback style feathered hat now becomes a groovy colored blue mane. Her eyes have fierce eyeliner around them, and her wings form almost into a cape. You have a dragon type, Jessica. Jessica has assumed the dragon flying typing. Very cool.
I just realized I have two of those now.
Yeah, you can always change it back later. You can always find a new thing. You don't have a dragon type revelation dance. I mean, like, or you do now. That's a new thing. Pretty fantastic.
That's kind of broken. Yeah, you're right.
Great defensive typing too. Anyways, congrats. A lot of trainers are like, whoa, what's that Pokemon? I've never seen that before. And they're all very impressed. And Jessica continues to dance. Any other thoughts? I'm going to say that, probably like half an hour passes with the Scarf Festival. Both Gimli and Schmidt are doing a pretty good job keeping it down, keeping it in. Any particular RP moments? I can describe some scenarios, some environments, some characters, or you can just keep eating. That's fine too.
Is there drinky? Oh,
there is drinky. There are some trainers that are over slightly off. They're at the end of the table where the food is gone, and some people have decided to challenge Jenga to an arm wrestle.
Oh,
okay.
I'm not that strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Gimli's that chunk.
Okay.
More competition.
I was just gonna say Schmidt's gonna like knock back a few shots and then try to like dance Jessica's dance.
Oh yeah.
That's like
yeah.
Do that.
Okay, cool. Gimli has to wait in line for a little bit. Can I get a charisma check from Schmidt?
Charisma check. That is a natural 4.
Natural 4. Let's go. Schmidt's doing his best. He's got a belly full of food, so it's like a little awkward, but like he's a charming dude nonetheless, and no one's like blown away. Jessica's doing a much better job, of course, but he's looking funny. Sam is like munching a little bit, and she's watching from afar. Do you invite her to dance with you? You don't have to.
Sure, why not?
Okay. She was looking at you, so she's kind of curious. That happens. The three of you, being Jessica, Symmetra, Schmidt, and have a little celebration. Having a good time. Oh, she rolled it. Natural 19. She's killer. She's got the schmoves. It's pretty good. And Gimli will soon be arm wrestling. But first, I'm going to check in with the ladies who are in the tent with Zavo. Toma and Altaria and Renza and Gudra walk in. I have a question. Is Cookie present?
Yeah, I'd say Cookie's still out.
Okay.
From everything that was going on.
Renza walks in and like does a double take, and he immediately pops off. He says, "Oh, the legends are true. There is a unique Gudra, or a Sligu at least." And he gets very close to Cookie. He says, "May I please touch this creature?"
It's a little hot, but sure.
He says, "I wouldn't have it any other way." And he like runs his hands over Cookie, and Cookie, roll a something for Cookie. Charisma? You're socializing. Roll a charisma for Cookie.
Pretty sure Cookie's charisma's like terrible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a -1. Let's see how that's gonna go. That's a 2.
That's a 2. Yeah. Renzo gets burned pretty bad. He's like, "Ooh,
No.
He's like, "Oh, I can't believe it." So, he is just thinking back. He says, "I always had a feeling that this was true, because in the tunnels on the way to the village, you might have seen that there's artwork. There's artwork of a Gudra, my friend." And he like pats his Gudra on the back. He says, "We were guessing that this is thousands of years ago, but one time there was an intermingling of Gudra species from outside of Hoenn and the native Slugma and Macargo that live here. And the etching suggests that they made a hybridization of some sort, but I'd never seen it with my own eyes, but it exists. It exists. Where did you find this creature?"
Well, when I found Cookie, we were just vibing, and it was a normal Goomy, but it evolved in some kind of crazy ritual evolution situation. I try to describe the events.
Yeah. He says,
surrounding the evolution circumstances.
He says, "Fascinating. I can't wait to hear more." And he pulls you like aside into the corner, like a little bit to chat. And we will just say that goes on for a little bit. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Toma sees Elodie, and she already has kind of a weird fondness for Elodie based on when they first encounter each other. He says, "Well, did you get something to eat? What do you think of the festival so far?"
I haven't eaten yet, but the opener was really impressive. Your Altaria is amazing. I didn't know they could be fairy types.
He says, yes, Altaria tend to adapt to their trainers pretty frequently, and I have a history with fairy types, despite being a dragon type trainer myself. Do you have any Pokemon with you at the moment?
Probably Cabbage and Key Lime are out.
Okay.
And Aubergine in my basket, but
yeah, 3 of them.
She's in the basket. Yes.
She takes particular interest in Cabbage. She says, This one's your first partner, isn't it?"
Yes.
She says, "I can tell. How would you like it if I shared some Draconid secrets with your friend here?"
I would love that.
Great. We're not going to do it right now because Gimli has to arm wrestle, so now you got to wait.
Okay.
Gimli. Finally, it's his turn. He's had some ale. He's had a lot of food, but, he rolled a 22 in his con save, so he's doing great. And he goes eye to eye with Jenga. And Jenga, a tall, imposing man who's currently sitting, sees Gimli approach, and he says, "Yeah, right. Do your best." And he puts his hand up, preparing. He's undefeated. Every single trainer who's challenged him so far could not defeat him. Is Gimli going to be the one to do it? I didn't even tell you to roll yet. What'd you do?
Well, I rolled a strength, but
Yeah. Athletics.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good.
Uh-oh. What'd you get? Oh, no! It's a crit! God, that's crazy. Like, one of the most iconic tests. That's insane. Yeah, Gimli, feeling all charged up, goes to square down with Jenga. He saw Jenga's fearsome performance, and I'm sure Gimli was quite impressed. It was a powerful-looking rock type. They go eye to eye, and Jenga's all tensed up and ready to go. And Gimli, old man effort, just dad strength, just immediately, boom, smacks his fist into the other side of the table as if it was nothing. The people who were waiting in the line, standing around, lost to Jenga. They all collectively gasp audibly, and the music that was playing to the dancing just stops, and everyone turns around, and Jenga, his eyes get huge. He starts to cry a little bit, and he looks at Gimli and he says, "Impossible. I have never lost." And he looks at his hands as if he can't believe what's happening. Does Gimli have any particular reaction to this?
The Gimli old man smile, the thumbs up.
Yeah, Jenga cannot believe it. He says, I can't believe I've been defeated. And then he stands up and he says, "This is the greatest festival in the history of the Draconid village. And he is exalted, and people are like, yeah, it definitely is. Woo!
Woo!
And he is completely shook. He goes up to Gimli and he says, you must be a powerful Pokemon trainer.
I like to think I do my best.
He slaps you on your shoulder, particularly maybe too hard. And he says, I can tell you're a father. You like to look out for people. That's where that strength comes from. It's from your pride.
I'm just trying to keep up with my boy.
He says, you're coming with me. Bring your Pokemon. And he rushes over towards the lake part of this. Do you follow him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Schmidt, you're dancing.
Yep.
Any particular thoughts? You're hanging out with a cute lady with which may, or despite whatever intentions that you may or may not have, she seems to be having a good time. Do you have any sort of progression in this moment, particularly?
Nope.
Okay. Great. Off in the distance. Roll a perception, actually. Roll perception.
That's a 3 on the dice.
That's a 3 on the dice. Okay.
I think Schmidt's been hitting the sauce a little hard.
Yeah, he's lost in the sauce, baby. That's definitely something that's happening. The movement, moving and grooving, definitely is happening. Okay. We're gonna go to Cindy now. This could technically be like a pull aside thing, but I don't want it to be. Let's just let everyone in on this. Renza says to Cindy, it's always been my dream to see one of these. I thought they were just legends. Do you mind if I offer to teach it something? He seems like kind of awkward and nervous.
Yeah, that's fine.
He says, okay, let me see what I got. And he turns around. Of course, he's like in this little building, and he reaches into an urn and he pulls out a scroll. It's quite dusty. It seems like it has a lot of potential information on it. And he opens up in front of you and he says, so listen here. This is the secret to favorite technique, the one that I was using in our ceremonial battle against the mountain. This is the secret to Draco Meteor. May I teach it to your friend here?
Absolutely.
Great. He gives you, instead of, well, okay, for one, he does actively spend time trying to teach Cookie. Give me just an advantaged wisdom check for Cookie. I'm sure it'll happen, but I just am curious as to how well it happens.
16.
Cool. Yep, that's plenty. Cookie picks it up immediately. Cookie saw it before. And Renza is thrilled. Cookie demonstrates the technique in like in a miniature version. She's able to just kind of like a little meteor shower happen like right in front of her. It was like really impressive. Renza lets out a little tear. He says, I never thought I'd see this day. And what he does is he hands Cindy the scroll and he says, you should take this.
Okay.
Cindy is now in possession of the Draco Meteor Scroll from Draconid Village. Very cool.
That is very cool.
Elodie.
Did we just give Cindy another big laser?
Yeah, pretty much.
Scared.
Yeah.
Always.
It's scared.
Elodie is talking with Tomatoma, and she asks, Elodie, what do you think about fairy types?
Well, I think they're the best Pokemon type. Obviously, having many of them myself.
She says, I think fairies and dragons make great partners. Because while dragons have unbridled power that even the most powerful dragons themselves have a hard time controlling, fairies are, well, they're the opposite. They thrive in fun and spontaneity. And I would like to teach your partner Pokemon something known as ancestral Draconid Fey magic. You'd be interested in such a thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Above table and for the recording, any D&D players familiar with, I think it's a druid spell called Wild Magic? Anyone know about that?
Yes.
Yes.
For clarity, there's something being taught that is quite similar. I'm not going to have Cabbage roll for this one. I'll read it out loud. This is Ancestral Fey Magic. After some time speaking with Tomatoma, Alchemy has developed an ability around spontaneity as a bonus action to roll a D100 to a completely random effect. There is a table. There are things. You can take notes. But this is a bonus action of, it's something. Something will happen, which is great.
It's metronome.
Sorry?
It's metronome.
Kind of, but not attack-based. There's effects. And Tomatoma encourages Alchemy to give it a try. Will you
Yes, absolutely. I'm giving it a try right now.
Okay, roll a D100.
Yeah. 94.
94. Right. So, at this moment, Cabbage summons some sort of mystical fairy energy that's been taught through the Draconids for centuries. Who knows? Who knows how long? And there's a bit of an explosion of a color of light. What is that color? Pick it. Your choice.
Let's go with like a purpley blue.
Purpley blue. There's a flash of purpley blue light, and Cabbage just has a sheen about her that seems like she is semi-transparent or opaque. The truth is that Cabbage has actually become completely incorporeal for 1 minute. If you so wished it, with a 94 roll on this magic table, Cabbage can walk through walls and make damage saves with advantage, immune to normal and fighting moves. So Cabbage is incorporeal. You might want to write that down or like put it somewhere. Or we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But that is a 94 of the Ancestral Fey magic. Tomatoma sees this and says, amazing. Exactly as I expected it. He is like very thrilled. Says, now, I saw you earlier and you brought in our friend over there who's resting, and you said you were interested in learning about healing, correct?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
She says, as Walker was mentioning, this might be the last time we're allowed to share our culture at all, ever again, so I'd be happy to run that by you and see if you're capable. And we can test that, but first we gotta go check in with Gimli. Gimli and Jinga. Jinga kind of looks at the lake and he stares at it. He's not looking at Gimli, and he says, I've been responsible for protecting this tribe for decades. That's all I know. There's so many fearsome monsters here, and in the past, the Draconids have had to defend from colonizers and other threats. Do you understand what it's like to protect your family?
I do, more than anything. That's why I'm here.
He says, that's why you're here. How did your family bring you here?
I've been looking for my son for a while.
He says, understood. I think I have some answers that may help you find your son. Well, maybe not find him, but protect those you care about, and maybe eventually locate your son. Do you wish to learn?
Of course.
He says, Tyrantrum. And do you have any Pokemon now?
Probably Trevor and Bean.
Okay, perfect. He says Tyrantrum, and Tyrantrum immediately stomps and roars, and your Pokemon have to make a DC 17 strength save.
Trevor failed,
Mm-hmm.
and Bean succeeded.
Okay. Trevor is just immediately compelled to charge Tyrantrum. He can't help it. Charges towards Tyrantrum and just headbutts him. He just can't help. He's so enraged. He has to fight. Bean is a weird character in general, but Bean just kind of doesn't even notice. Jinga says, this technique is Mountain's Call. Now have your partner Pokemon try it to do the same that my Tyrantrum did.
Okay.
So will you instruct Trevor to attempt this technique?
I will, yeah.
Okay. Tyrantrum will stand back and wait for it to happen, and Tyrantrum fails the strength save, and Tyrantrum puts Trevor into his jaws. Just impulsively. Cannot help it. And it seems that Trevor may have learned Mountain's Call. As a description, just so everyone is aware, as a free action, user roars and compels all hostile creature within 60 feet to make a strength save. On a failure, their next turn of initiative, they take no action that isn't moving towards and or attacking the user. This is usable once per long rest. Congratulations. Schmidt!
Yo.
Still grooving? How you feeling?
We're schmoving.
Give me a con save.
Con save, okay. Yeah. I crit, whatever it was.
You crit it? You got a 20?
I'll show you right now.
Yeah, no, I believe you. That's insane. Despite having a belly full of food and like fucking grooving, having a long, arduous day, Schmidt just doesn't even, not even feeling tired. It might just be the anxiety or something. He's sweating a lot. He's doing great. He notices off in the corner a trainer who he thought he was pretty compelled by during the ceremony. He's just watching the festivities, but he's like he's kind of looking at Sam like judgingly, and he's drinking a liquid out of a bottle. The liquid is white, and it leaves a little mustache on his. He's just
fuck.
He's kind of just judging Sam. You pick that up. It's a weird vibe, but it's up to you if you wish to do anything about it, or just dock that and note it for later. That's your call. He's weirdly not involved with the festivities. He's off to the side. His bird. He is sipping this drink, and he is close, pretty close to a little garden. that is behind the Elder's domicile. How's Sam doing? I'm gonna roll for her. She's ate a lot. She gone. Oh yeah, she got a natural 19. Yeah, you guys are fucking dancing. That's great.
Party animals.
Yeah, party animals. You guys are having a great time.
I feel like the alcohol is carrying Schmidt
Yeah,
more as a party animal than anything.
yeah, absolutely. In all of your situations, I will speak this very generally. Well, I guess except for Schmidt. Well, even to a degree, for everyone except for Schmidt, the elders that you are talking to, who are sharing things with you and telling you about their passions, and they're really, really grateful. That is like the key thing that they're feeling. Walker was experiencing a bit of emotion as he led you into Draconid Village about how he was kind of upset about how this whole situation was going, and as such, he might be kind of closeted. He's kind of staying away from the people who are celebrating because maybe he has a lot of thoughts. Who knows? However, he is looking judgingly at your friend Symmetra. But for the rest of you, you don't even have to roll for it. You have to roll insight. You just can tell right away that they are very happy that you are here. They're very happy that they can teach you all the things that they know, as they don't know if they'll have another chance to do so. Thank you so much for listening to the latest episode of Dunsparce Drampa. I'd like to thank our newest Patreon supporter, Mr. Singer. If you would like to help make this show possible, please consider joining us on Patreon, and also join us on all of our social media, Discord and Twitter, by following our link tree, linktr.ee/Dunsparce. Our patrons get access to bonus content, including a retconned episode that we removed from the series that will go live on Patreon tomorrow. Also, next week, we're going to have a extra super spooky Halloween special coming out for patrons only, at least for a while. If that sounds interesting to you, please consider joining us and help make the show possible. We very much appreciate you listening, and we are looking forward to seeing you next Tuesday.
Donde.
What voice
Ooh,
is that?
Donde.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. What is that?
I don't know. I just said it.
I think it's
There's a movie I've
the
seen.
Shrek donkey.
Yes, it's just Shrek.
Donde.
It's just Shrek. It's literally just Shrek. Okay. Donde. Okay.
Out of my swamp.
No, isn't parallel like? Yeah. No, we're all on a line parallel. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Gaming.
Awesome.
So don't tell me
Math.
what parallel is. I invented parallel.
go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bringing geometry into this.
It's fine.
Never be
I
sorry.
actually
Geometry's
failed
great.
geometry in high school once.
Same.
Oh,